It's September and let's get in shape. Grab your dumbbells and let's go. All right, Killer Bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. Have your dumbbells completely out of the way. So proud of myself. Let's get started with some arm circles and high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend. And around here, we are all about making peace with your menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like self-love. Also, I frequently forget to tell you to put your dumbbells out of the way, and that's why I'm so proud of myself. You guys, if you are brand new around here, hi. This is exactly what the workout is going to be like. I'm going to talk, I'm going to be random, I'm going to point to my dog, there's going to be me falling out of balance. I really hope that you enjoy this. You guys, today is day 7 of the 7-day series from September. I don't even know why I'm singing the September part of it, but I'm so excited about today. Like, you don't even know how excited I am. We are picking up moderately heavy things and we are putting them back down again. Do you love it? Are you gonna love it? Maybe. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. I get almost as excited about an all strength day as I do about an all cardio day, and definitely as excited as I get about a core strengthening day or a balance day or a Metcon day or a walking with weights day. You guys, can you tell? I just love exercise. I really do. I enjoy this. I enjoy our time together. I enjoy moving in ways that feel like self-love. And this one really does. Here's the dealio. I've got the handy dandy gym boss here, set for intervals of 45 seconds. It's long, but it's not like crazy long. I think it's going to be the exact right amount of challenge today. And I want you to be really on top of exactly how much challenge it is for you. Meaning, if your weights start to feel heavy, that means they're heavy. That means they're not moderate. Let's just go ahead and stay moderate, because that is how we get every kind of fitness goal we could possibly want. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes, because welcome to my home. Here's what it looks like. The aforementioned intervals of 45 seconds. And I've got mini circuits, and really that's just so that I could organize things so that we could kind of get a feel for, I'm going to call today a burnout, even though that sounds like such an aggressive thing to say. But we're working on kind of body parts at a time so that you can actually feel the work. This is truly where I'm going with this. Sometimes we get to the end of like a nice full body workout and it's like, well, that was good, I felt it, but I didn't really feel the burn. And I want to feel the burn a little bit today. A moderate amount of burn. What do you think about that? I think the other thing that I'm going to tell you, there's no rest and there's no time in between the exercises. So really, really, really do whatever it takes to manage your mind to just be okay with however many you get done. That's really the point, is that we're doing what we can in the intervals, and we're always doing what we can. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with bent overflies, which is nice and simple. Grab your dumbbells. Oh, are you bored already, baby? I'm sorry. We're going to pull in our core. You're going to stick your butt out a little bit behind you. You're going to have your palms facing each other, and then they're going to face the ground. It's like we're flying. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get going. Huh, baby. We're not going anywhere. We're really not. Oh, she's so bored. And we just got started. Please be thinking about having your core pulled in the entire time, especially when we've got something moderately heavy in our hands, or heavier than heavy in our hands. Really want to make sure that we're pulling all of our source of power from our source of power, our core. You guys, when it beeps, we're going to get into a split stance. And what that means is you're going to pick one foot to pull forward and one foot to be behind you, and it really doesn't matter which one is which, because we're going to do both sides eventually. We're going to do a split stance overhead triceps. Right now we're thinking about pulling with those big muscles in our backs. Really thinking about all the work we've done on our backs this week. Oh my gosh. So we're going to get into a split stance. Oh, and of course I automatically put my right foot forward, didn't I? Both hands going up overhead, palms facing each other. You're going to bend your elbows. Biceps are right next to your ears. You're going to bend your elbows, and then you're going to straighten your elbows. You're going to bend your elbows. Your weights are going to, if you can, they can touch the back of your neck. If not, that's okay too. Wherever you can get to. The point is that you are not swinging your arms. Your shoulders are actually really, really stable. Your core is really stable. It's only your elbows that are bending. When it beeps again, we're going to swap our split stance. You knew that. And we're going to do split stance side raises. So we're going to have our arms down at our sides, and then out, to the sides. Really, really thinking about keeping that shoulder stable as we come out of this. Put that other foot forward. Here, I'm gonna face forward a little bit more so that you can see this side raise. So palms facing your body and then palms facing the ground. Excellent job. Find your center of balance. The reason why we're doing this split stance, it's multifaceted reason. I'm like the queen of the $5 words today. How about that? Let's throw in nefarious somewhere too or something. I don't even know what is going on with my vocabulary today. Anyways, the reason we're doing split stances is for a couple of reasons. One, I want you to think about where your core is. I want you to think about where your balance is. I like to challenge your balance. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. This is the mini circuit, by the way. When it beeps again, we're coming back into those bent over flies. So, core pulled in, butt goes back, back is straight. Here we come out to the flies. Now you'll notice the fly and the side raises, they kind of come from the same place. That's because your latissimus dorsi, those big muscles in your back, they do a lot. They do a lot of the work that we do. Side raises also come a little bit more from the tops of your shoulders. If you're feeling the tops of your shoulders and arms from this one, I'm gonna encourage you to bring that work down a little bit more into the middle of your back. When it beeps again, it does not matter which split stance we get into. We're doing that overhead triceps, making sure that your core is tight. You're thinking about breathing. You're thinking about excellent form. If your weights feel heavy, go ahead and get a different one. It's totally okay with me. My friends, oh my gosh, coming into this split stance is taking the first 10 seconds of this interval. That's part of it too, you guys. Here we go with those hands overhead, palms facing each other, elbows bend, and elbows straighten. Really thinking about stabilizing your shoulders. The more you move your arms, like all of your arms, the more your shoulders are doing this work. And what we're doing by keeping your shoulders stable and only moving your elbows is we're really targeting those triceps muscles. I know how much we love to target the triceps, you guys. I will tell you, you have muscles. I promise you, you have them. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing the split stance side raise. What happens for lots of us is gravity. Come out of it nicely. Move into that split stance. On the other side, find your balance. Oh my goodness, my balance is excellent today. My balance is not excellent today, but my balance is about as good as it's going to be today. And that's really all I can ever ask of my balance, making sure that you've got your core tucked in. Tailbone is tucked under you. Whew, really thinking about, again, pulling from like right in your armpits and your back, which gets also the tops of your shoulders for these side raises. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing squats. If you don't like to do squats, you don't have to do squats. You can do any kind of kick you want. I promise you, literally any kick is totally okay in place of squats. I get asked this question a lot. Here we come down into a nice deep squat. We're taking our time with this. I'm not trying to do a million of them. In 45 seconds, I'll bet I'll do like, I don't know, 6 probably, because I'm really thinking about excellent form. I'm thinking about getting my thighs parallel with the ground or possibly even lower. I'm thinking about pushing my hips back before they come down. When it beeps again, I'm also doing a curtsy curl. You do not have to. If you don't like squats and lunges, you never, ever, ever have to do them. Any kind of kick, let me say it again, any kind of kick that feels like you are balancing is working your gluteal muscles exactly the way I am working them by squatting and lunging. Curtsy curl means that we're going to have our palms facing outward. I'm stepping forward so I don't step into the chair, as I frequently do when we do these, and I'm still going to step into the chair. Oh my gosh, I'm going to take a big step this way. Okay. Here we go, down to a curtsy curl. Really making sure that your elbows are tucked right into your waist. We're isolating muscles, I mean, as much as we isolate anything. You guys, just so you know, none of your muscles work alone. None of them, ever. This is why isolation exercises kind of, not that they're a waste of time. I mean, any exercise is a good exercise as long as you're not injuring yourself. But it's not as effective as thinking about your body as a whole or doing a couple of different things at a time like we're doing here with these curtsy curls. Side kick press ups. Hands stay right here at your shoulders. I have to think about this so hard. One leg comes out to the side while the opposite hand presses up overhead. Oh my gosh. Whew. Whew, this is balance. For those of you who have been kicking throughout the squats and the curtsy curls, doesn't this feel like work in your butt? And for those of us who did the squats and the curtsy curls, oh yes, doesn't this feel like work in your butt? Exactly, my friends. I promise you, any kind of modification that you are making in order to make this workout work for you is the right one, as long as you are not injuring yourself. When it beeps again, we're coming back to those squats. Any kind of movement, especially if you are doing any kind of, like, not even full body movement. Here we come down into squats. Not even full body movements, but like any kind of generalized movement, you are working multiple muscle groups. You are working your body. And if you are moving your body, you are toning your body. My friends, there's nothing magic to any one exercise, I promise. Truly, nothing magic about doing squats. The magic comes from working your butt muscles consistently, over time, regularly. When it beeps again, we're doing those curtsy curls. Whew, doggies. And I am feeling these squats. I tell you what, the cumulative effect of this week has me feeling like we have done some really good work. This is what I love. Here we go with curtsy curls. Let me see where I can step. That's going to have me not kicking things. We'll just see how that works. Curtsy curls. The cumulative effect of this week has me really feeling like this has been a very balanced week of exercises. It's why I encourage you to repeat this week for the rest of the month. Today is the last of the 7-day challenge. I release 7 days of workouts at the beginning of every single month. And that means that when you come back and do these 7 again and again, you can really see and feel your progress. You can notice that some of them get easier. Some of them feel different on different days. When it beeps again, we're doing those side kick press-ups for the second and final time. Hands start right here at your shoulders. Opposite hand presses up. That crossbody thing, you guys, I tell you what, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's tough. And in fact, speaking of that, the next thing we're going to do is another crossbody exercise. We're going to do crossbody crunches. So your hands are actually going to stay more or less right here. Whew, doggies, at your shoulders. Except that you're going to press your elbows out to the side. And you're going to bring your opposite elbow towards your opposite knee, crunching in the middle. Right now, we're still thinking about balance. Got that core pulled in. Whew, remembering to breathe. Excellent, excellent job. You guys, oh my goodness. Feeling that work. Okay, so elbows out wide, opposite elbow to opposite knee, crunching here in the middle. Now, do I care if you actually touch your elbow to your knee? Not even a tiny, tiny bit. I had just recently read a conversation on Facebook where somebody was talking about how they don't really feel the crunch, the burn of the abdominal muscles when they do this kind of work, that they feel the squish. And I want you to know that no matter where you are on your healthy weight journey, there's always going to be some squish. I feel the squish too. What I'd like you to focus on is actually squeezing the muscles along with that squish. Sometimes what happens, in fact, what does happen. By the way, coming up next, we're going to do triangles. Feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and we're going to have, in fact, a lot wider than hip width apart. Going to have one dumbbell that faces up towards the ceiling. The other one is just going to come rolling down the side of your leg. What happens, my friends, is that your brain kind of picks a point of focus, and then that's what it recognizes, and that's what it thinks about, and that's what it perceives as true. So when your brain first noticed, oh hey, my belly is squishing when I do this kind of work, you continue to notice that every time. When you change your focus and think about your abdominal muscles working, you'll feel it more. It's what I encourage you to do literally all the time. Notice that brain-body connection between your brain and your muscles. Twisting high knees is next. We get to put our hands together. Your feet together. You can okay, let me just start this again. You can put your hands anywhere you want them to. I like to have them like mid-chest so that I don't really have my elbows out wide, but I can feel the work like in my biceps and even into the middle of my back. While I am twisting, I'm thinking about twisting from my middle, getting wherever I can get my spine to twist to by squeezing my oblique muscles. Again, this is just asking your brain to do some work rather than contorting your body into a position. When it beeps again, we're coming back to those crossbody crunches. This is our little mini circuit. So hands out, or excuse me, elbows out wide. Bring your opposite elbow towards your opposite knee. When you think about the muscles in your stomach, and it really does not matter what you weigh, how much other tissue is also in your stomach. You have muscles, all of you. Every single one of you have the exact same muscles that I do, have the exact same muscles that everybody else has, unless they have had some kind of musclectomy, which does happen. But you have the muscles. It's your brain's job to find those muscles and ask them to work. And that it can be the difference, my friends. It can be the real difference between injury and getting fitter and stronger. Here we go with triangles. What happens when we are simply trying to fling and flang our body into a position that we see the girl on camera doing without thinking? Here we go, rolling that dumbbell right down the side of your leg while the other one faces the ceiling. When we do stuff just to do it, just to get our bodies into that position, thinking, oh, well, if I do this, then I'll get stronger. The error there is that your body is going to do, well, your body's going to do whatever your body's going to do. Excuse me. When it beeps again, we're doing those twisting high knees for the second and final time. But your body is going to use movement patterns that it is used to. And so if you are putting yourself in a position that your body is not used to, it's really going to find, here we go with those twisting high knees, it's really just going to find what it considers the path of least resistance, meaning that it's just going to contort itself into that position without regard for which muscles are intended to get stronger. It's your brain's job to make the muscles work the way they're supposed to work. When it beeps, you guys, we're moving on to our final mini circuit. This went fast for me because I'm talking. When it beeps, we're doing deadlifts. And because, okay, this is a topic that I love. Like, I love this topic. When I figured out that the way to actually get fit was to involve my brain in the physical activity, here we go with deadlifts. Feet about hip width apart, maybe a tiny bit wider, whatever feels comfortable for you. Pull your shoulders back, tuck your tailbone under. As you push your hips back, squeezing from your glutes to be able to do so, and then pull your hips forward. Your torso has no choice whatsoever but to come forward also. If you are rounding into this, my friends, you are not using the muscles that I am asking you to use. Think about your butt. How often do you think about your butt? I think about my butt all the time. Like, all the time. I know exactly where my butt muscles are. I know exactly what they can do. And I also know that they are some of the strongest, most powerful muscles in your body. And the more you ask them to do, the fitter and stronger you will get. We're doing a step back front punch, which of course is a step back fruit punch. And I am intentionally stepping back and punching forward with the same side. I frequently do across the body. This one is on the same side because to me, that makes the balance part even tougher. You are welcome. If you got started going across your body, go across your body. This is not rocket science, but I do want you to think about where your power is coming from. Your power is coming from your abs. This is an ab exercise, my friends. I know you feel it in your shoulders. I know you feel it in your legs, but this is your abs working. Okay, when it beeps again, we're doing a bent over row plus a kickback. So we're actually starting in almost the same position, or finishing rather, in the same position we started with. We're going to do a bent over. So pull your core in, push your hips back. You're going to row those dumbbells up to your armpits, and then you're going to squeeze from those teeny tiny triceps muscles to get your dumbbells more or less back to your hips. Wherever you can get them to without swinging your arms, because your elbows, nice and stable. Your elbows stay in one position right there next to your waist until, of course, we're extending them down. But when you get your arm in position and then move just the elbows, it's exactly like when we were doing them overhead, because that is isolating for lack of a better way of putting it, it's isolating those teeny tiny tricep muscles. When it beeps again, we're coming back to deadlifts. We are going to stand up straight before we come into this. This is already like a half of a deadlift right here. But let's stand up. Let's tuck that tailbone under. Let's get our head on straight. I mean, you know, good luck with that. And let's think about our butts. My friends, when you get your brain involved in your workout, it makes all the difference, all of it. When I was just exercising, I was injured constantly, because I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. I was just making my body do the thing that I thought I was doing. As soon as I started thinking about my workouts, thinking about, okay, where is my arm? What muscle is actually generating this power? What am I doing with my butt? What am I doing with my abs? Here we go with that step back fruit punch, which is of course a front punch. I like to say it funny because it's me. And if you don't know me, I like to say things funny. I like to talk a lot. I like to know where my butt is. And then I distract myself. But here's the thing. Not as soon. I actually injured myself a couple more times because I didn't know which muscles were working. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have the brain-body connection yet. As soon as I found Kermit and the brain-body connection, that's when I got fitter and stronger and better. And that's actually when I really started to love exercising. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing that bent over row plus a kickback for the second and final time. It is the last exercise in our last mini circuit. And I don't know about you, but I got sweaty with this strength work. This is the thing that I love about even moderate dumbbells, my friends. When you have that brain-body connection and you are actually making your body really work, it works. It actually works. And it works for any fitness goal you have. You guys, when it beeps again, we are done. Oh, we're not finished. I've got one final thing that is indeed going to be significantly harder than everything else that we've done, and it's not Drinky Birds. I know you're excited about that if you are not new around here. If you are new around here, you'll be introduced to Drinky Birds some other time, but today we are doing star balance press-ups. Yeah, for reals. Okay, one hand down at your side, the other hand. Well, first of all, we're going to get into a star balance, which means that we're tipping to the side, and then we're going to press up. And yes, we're doing the whole 45 seconds on one side. If you need to go back and forth, please do. I mean, for reals, this is significantly harder than anything else that we have done. It is really targeted, bringing that balance up into your abs, making your glutes work for it on the standing leg, as well as that flying leg. In fact, feel that right now. Like, feel your two parts of your butt doing two different kinds of work. The standing leg is helping you balance. The flying leg is helping that leg fly. Of course, you're going to feel this in your shoulders, but also, here we go on the other side. Okay, find your balance. Oh, this is so much awkward. More awkward. I mean, I'm always awkward, but like for reals, this press up feels like I've never pressed up anything with my left hand ever. The balance feels easier. This is why I go across the body, you guys. Every time we go across the body, I notice the strengths in my left side and the awkwardness. I notice the strengths in my right side and, oh my gosh, the overcompensation that I do sometimes. This is why I love the brain-body connection. It doesn't make you perfect. Not by a long shot. We're never aiming for perfect, for heaven's sakes. We're aiming to be as good as we can and to know ourselves. Y'all, that was some good stuff. That was also the last time that the timer is going to beep. Let's cool it down, you guys. That was good. That was good stuff. I got nice and sweaty. I feel super strong. And that was not too much, but it was enough. Y'all, I know that some of you get to the end and you're like, well, it was 24 minutes. And then you're like, I should really tack on 6 more minutes. My friends, if you'd like to tack on 6 more minutes, I've got a 6-minute cool down for you, and that will be perfect for your day. And if you don't want to do the cool down, then leave it at the 24 minutes because that's okay too. You guys, the way that we get any fitness results, any of them, is through consistency and by knowing our bodies. Those of you who could go a little heavier, can go a little heavier, still call it moderate. Those of you who need to go a little lighter, still call it moderate. Whatever works for you and doesn't injure you over time makes you stronger and better and fitter and faster and all the things that you want to be. Let's open it up. There was a lot of singing today. And let's close it up. Give yourself a hug and a pat on your sweaty back. You guys, this has been the best week. I've had such a good time. I'm so looking forward to repeating all 7 days with you for the rest of this beautiful, beautiful month. Please make sure that you do subscribe though before you go, because no matter what video you watch tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow.